What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich, and in today's video I'll be bringing you the big preview for the England versus Senegal round of 16 clash at the 2022 World Cup. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Guys, the game will be played on December 4th at the Al Bayt Stadium, where the winner will move on to play one of France or Poland. Let's talk a bit about the results so far for each team on their route to the round of 16. As for England, they started like a rocket en route to space with a 6-2 win against Iran, but came back down to earth with a 0-0 draw against the USA, but finished things off in a group with a brilliant 3-0 win over neighbors Wales. As for Senegal, it was a rocky start as they lost to the Dutch 2-0, but bounced back brilliantly with a 3-1 win over the host Qatar and knocked out Ecuador in a 2-1 affair. Let's talk a bit about the star players for each team at the World Cup so far. For England, I have to go with Jude Bellingham. There's a lot of stars, but Bellingham has been one of the standout players for England at the World Cup. He's been starting all the games, he's been bossing the midfield, he's picked up a goal, and look, the future is bright. Whoever gets his signature is a very, very lucky club. As for Senegal, in the absence of Sadio Mane, look, Ismail Assar has stepped up big time. He won a penalty in that game against Ecuador, and he stepped up to dispatch it brilliantly. He's been energetic down the wings, he's been skillful, and he's played with a lot of maturity. Give it up for Ismail Assar. In terms of the head-to-head between England and Senegal, guys, this will be the first ever meeting between the two teams. Guys, let's talk a bit about the lineups for both teams. Let's take a look at England here. For the match against Wales, there were changes. Rashford, Foden, Henderson, these guys got to look in, right? But are they going to actually start this big round of 16 clash against Senegal? Well, this is what I think, right? It will be Pickford in goal. I was actually surprised that maybe a Nick Pope or an Aaron Ramsdale wasn't given a chance against Wales, but England weren't through as yet, so they didn't really want to risk that. So Pickford should be in goal. I think the back line should remain the same, but there's an asterisk where Kyle Walker is. Maybe it'll be too soon to play him in back-to-back games, and maybe Kieran Trippier might actually come back in. But Stones and Maguire, they've been pretty solid at the back. They've only conceded twice there against Iran, and apart from that, no other goals. So we move up in the midfield. Rice and Bellingham should retain their place, and the other player coming in should be Mason Mount in an attacking position. You move up to the forwards, and look, it's going to be very tricky for Gareth Southgate. This is where it could make or break England's World Cup, right? Foden or Saka, Rashford or Sterling. We know Kane's going to start. Make the decision, Southgate. Look, it'll be hard to drop Rashford after scoring twice. Saka might come back in for Foden to give that defensive cover over on the right side, right? So, look, it's left to be seen what Gareth Southgate is actually going to do. But those are the places where I think, are up for grabs. Let me tell you what I think should happen. Rashford should start ahead of Sterling. It should be Kane, Rashford, and even though I love Phil Foden as my Man City player, it should be Bukayo Saka. So, look, my team, I think Rashford, Kane, Saka, Bellingham, Rice, Mount, Trippier coming in for Walker, and Jordan Pickford. If you need the impetus off the bench, you could call in any one of those players at any given time of the match. It is that simple. Maybe not. Let's take a look at the last Senegal 11 that played here against Ecuador in that 2-1 win and see what Aliou Cisse might actually change. They do play a 4-2-3-1 formation to hold in a back four. So, look, Jacobs, he's come into the team after the first match there, and he's looked good. Abdou Diallo switched to center back. Kalidou Koulibaly and Youssouf Sabaly. I don't think they're going to change that. If they do decide to change anything at the back, Cisse could come in for maybe a Jacobs or Diallo. Jacobs and Diallo could both play anywhere, left back or center back. You go into the midfield. Idrissa Gueye, he's suspended. It would have been his 100 cap, but he picked up 2 yellow cards during the group phase. Look, Pape Gueye should retain his place. And in terms of the other players partnering him in the midfield, look, Pathé Ciss could stay in but it could be Nampalys Mendy coming in for the suspended Idrissa Gueye. But maybe they would want to go with a player that could push the ball forward a bit more. But it's left to be seen. It is left to be seen. So that place is up for grabs. Forward positions. Ismail Assar definitely going to retain his place. Are we going to see Iliman Ndiaye stay in the team? Or would we see Crepin Diatta come in? Might be Diatta. Who knows? Boulaye Dia should hold his spot up top. But there's also, guys like Bamba Dieng and Famara Jeju who could also get a look in. So Senegal do have options, and Aliou Cisse is going to need to make the right choices. So we move. Let's talk about the key insights for both Senegal and England. Let's take a look at the number 3 insight here for England. England have never lost in 7 previous World Cup matches against African opposition, winning 4 and drawing 3. The only previous such game in the knockout stage came against Cameroon in the 1990 quarterfinal, winning 3-2 after extra time, with their goals coming from David Platt and 2 from Gary Lineker penalties. And in terms of Senegal, let's take a look at the number 4 here. African nations have lost 8 of their 9 World Cup knockout round games against European sides, with the exception being Senegal's 2-1 win over Sweden in the round of 16 in 2002. Did I just say Senegal? Yeah, I did. The only exception to the rule. It's not a rule, but history. However, in all competitions, England have never lost against an African side in their history. 14 wins and 6 draws. You heard it, guys. You heard it. Could Senegal rewrite history? Could they defy what no African team have done before and beat England? It is quite possible. But would they be missing a talismanic player like Sadio Mane? Every time you talk about Senegal, you have to mention his absence. He would have absolutely enjoyed this match against England, where he plied his trade for Southampton and Liverpool for seasons upon seasons, tormenting hundreds of defenders. But he's not there. So guys like Ismail Assar, Boulaye Dia, Bamba Dieng, Crepin Diatta, and co would have to bear the burden and have to fill that gaping hole that Mane left in the team. And they've done it. They've actually done it very, very well, I have to say. Players have stepped up. They've looked good. They got through a very tricky group where Ecuador were looking good. So credit to Aliou Cisse, credit to the players, credit to their defense. It's been pretty okay. They've conceded a few goals, 4 goals, but they've been rather solid. You know what I'm saying? I have to say, Mendy bounced back after the first match debacle there. So that's another positive for them. They've been playing very, very well as a unit, and they're going to need to do so in this pivotal affair against England. Africa versus Europe. There's not been a lot of success for Africa. You just heard it. Only Senegal prevailed against a European nation in the knockouts. Could they do it again? It is quite possible, but it is important that Senegal put away their chances. Whenever you get an opportunity, hit it in the back of the net. Don't play around and be caught in 2 minds or be caught flat-footed, sleeping. No. Be on point, be switched on, be clinical, pounce on your opportunities. Because guess what? When Senegal present opportunities and make mistakes against England, they will be punished. Remember, you heard it here first. They will be punished. In terms of England, are we going to see Gareth Southgate make some proper decisions in terms of his starting 11? Will he get it right? What about his tactics? You know, England are going to play a very attractive style of football. They're going to have a lot of the ball. They're going to be very attacking, and Senegal are going to need to be prepared and ready for that. They could use that long ball, use set pieces. I do think they're going to be missing Idrissa Gueye to get the ball going forward, though. But England as well, they have to be clinical. They cannot screw up where they have an opportunity here with a good matchup against Senegal. It could have been the Netherlands they're playing. You see what I'm saying? They could have been facing a tougher team. But they are facing Senegal, who I think do have a couple chinks that they have to iron out as well. So, with that being said, England are the favorites. They have way more quality. The gap between the qualities is really big. Not that Senegal don't have a lot of quality players like Koulibaly and Mendy in goal, who both play for Chelsea in the English Premier League. It's just a gay plays in the league, but he won't be featured. Mendy plays in the league. Saw previously did. So they do have the quality in their ranks. But England, they just look far more superior. Harry Kane is actually due some goals. Bellingham's been in good form. Saka, Foden. They have so many weapons that they could come off the bench. Grealish and Maddison and Calvin Phillips and all these guys. So I do fancy England here. I do fancy England. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for England. It's a bit boring, I know. Look at what we saw. Argentina, Australia, predictable. Netherlands, USA, predictable. I got both of those right. Did I get this one right? England to prevail over Senegal. Is it going to be that simple? Over 90 minutes? Or would we get extra time or even penalties? I personally don't think so. But it's definitely possible, of course. Let's see if Senegal's actually going to put up a fight, or would they just go out with a whimper? Guys, look, it's my preview, my analysis, my prediction of the match. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. Do subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thanks for following the journey throughout the 2022 World Cup as well. Let me know if I miss any major talking points down below, any injuries that I miss or anything. I would definitely appreciate it. I'm not, perfect. But look, thanks again. And from your boy, Dom. Until next time, peace out. Rich Squad. Peace.